Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome aboard. I'm Leray Jojo. On this channel we talk about any and everything self-therapy. Remember, you guys can show your support by Remember, you guys can show your support by subscribing to my channel, turning on your post notification bell so whenever I post new content, you guys are notified first. Also, if you like my videos, please leave me a thumbs up, drop a comment below, let me know what you'd like to hear me talk about next. Alright, so with that being said, guys, let's get right into the video. Right, so guys, tonight I wanted to talk to you guys, and I say night because it's night where I'm at. Eastern Standard Time, baby. Anyway, yeah, so I wanted to talk tonight about revoking access. So as you can see by the title, but you might not necessarily understand where I'm trying to go with that, because that's a broad statement. You could be revoking access from anything. It could be access to an application, your license, or whatever that may be. But today we're going to use that term in our personal life, and how I think sometimes revoking access to some things and some people can actually be a form of therapy for you and your growth. So let's start off with the why. So when I think about revoking access in this specific context is oftentimes we have people in our lives that is there to take, which I did do a video on this previously. That could be a friend, a family member, that could be a colleague at work. It could be it could be a church member. It doesn't matter. But any person or anything that's in your life that is not serving you, or sometimes, quite frankly, is harming or creating additional stress or unnecessary stress to your life, I believe that is an opportunity to revoke access to you from that person or that thing. What I found is that it's easier for someone to revoke access from a thing, but it's a lot harder to do so when it's a person, right? I talk about in past videos where, you know, setting boundaries are very important, and being able to identify what serves you and what does not. If you guys can go back and watch my previous videos. But today I just wanted to dig a little bit deeper. It's okay for you to take back or limit the access that you have given other people to you, right? For some people it's easier said than done, but I think it's a process. I think if it's not something that you normally do, starting small is a way to go, and work your way up to the biggest thing. But it's your right to take access away from something that is actually harming, creating unnecessary stress, or just, quite frankly, is just not doing anything for you if you no longer want that person or that thing in your life. That simply means you take away the privilege. So as an example, I spoke about in a past video where you have one-sided friendships, where you're giving more of you, more of your time, more of your efforts, more of your energy to your friend, but your friend does not do that to you or do that for you, or is not a source of comfort or support. They're just there, right? They want to unload on you, but when it's time for you to find your person to unload, that's just not that person for you. Now, if you can handle it, because sometimes that, you know, you go in a person's life to do stuff like that, that's just how life is. But if you weren't built for that, or it just got so overwhelming that you need out, but you're struggling with finding a way of saying, hey friend, I love you, but you got to pull your brakes a little bit, Or sometimes you do, or you show those signs, but that friend is so selfish that they're not thinking about you. They're so used to just coming and unloading. You know, they've so far been enabled to do this. This is the dynamic of your relationship, so it's kind of hard for them to see anything outside of that. Now you have to take those privileges away. And sometimes revoking access doesn't mean you're revoking full access. There are levels. It could just simply mean, well, guess what? We are friends, but I am not available to you 100%. Maybe I used to be able to do that. Maybe I used to have the energy availability to do that. But now I have other things that's going on in my life that I'm just not able to be there for you 100%, right? Start limiting that. Take away some of those privileges. It's okay. I've spoke about in my past video, you don't necessarily have to pick up your phone. You have the right. If you don't feel like talking, you don't have to. If you need to take some time to think about a situation before you address it, it's your right. You don't have to do things on everybody else or anybody else's timing, right? So that's what I mean when I say you could revoke full access or some access to your energy. I always say this: nobody will take care of you better than you will take care of yourself. And taking care of yourself doesn't necessarily mean just physical. Your soul. You need to take care of your soul. You need to take care of your emotions. You need to take care of your mentality, your mindset. All of those things ties together to make you. So it's your physical, your emotional, your mental, all of those things that you must take the time to recharge those things. You need to take the time to prioritize who and what has access to you. I saw a post the other day that I would like to find. I'm going to read that post for you guys, which I think made so much sense. And let me share that with you. It says, your diet is not only what you eat, it's what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, the people you hang around. Be mindful of the things you put into your body emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Right? And y'all know I'm very big on energy and the people I surround myself with, because I feel those things. So, you know, sometimes I go around people and people think I'm crazy because I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. I'm just one of those people. Don't know why I'm like this, but that's just who I am. So one thing that I learned is people treat you how you allow them to treat you, right? It is your responsibility to teach people how to treat you, right? And it doesn't mean that you're at fault when somebody is not nice to you or somebody is selfish or mean. It just simply means that when a person does something that you don't like, or doesn't make you feel good, that's your opportunity to teach them how to treat you, or teach them what you like and what you do not like. Because there's two folds to the situation. Some people are reacting because that's what they know. They're reacting in a specific way because that's how they know how to do it. On the other end, some people just don't care. Some people they have no regard for somebody else's feelings because they're just selfish, and possibility if they've been enabled all their life, they feel like, okay, they're entitled. I guess that's the best way I could put it. So when a person gets into your life, it is your responsibility to teach them what is acceptable, what your boundaries are, and what is not acceptable. But if you do not do that, what you're doing is allowing them to do what they feel like doing. It's a take it or leave it type of situation. There has to be some kind of clear communication as to what you're willing to accept. Another thing I wanted to touch on is I've also realized is that sometimes people may allow something to happen in the past. But people grow and they evolve and they change. So you may have a specific group of friends, or you may surround yourself with some people, and now you just grow. You want different things in life, so you no longer want to do the things that you used to do. So you might find it a little bit more difficult to express that you no longer have interest in the things that you guys used to do. You have grown, you're looking to bigger and better things. And unfortunately, some people will try to guilt trip you into feeling like, you're doing something wrong, when in reality you are not. It is your right to want to grow, to want to do bigger things, to want to do better things. And if you still have people in your life that is not on board or not on train, it tells you can't take everybody with you when you're elevating. And that's one of the reasons why, because not everybody will be on the same level that you are, which means that it's going to be a friction, because you are ready to be here, they're still stuck here, you can't pull them with you, so the next best thing is for them to try and pull you down, right? So I say that to say it is okay. It's okay to take away the access that person has to you. It's okay to move in a direction that you need to move into, and not feel bad that this person can't go with you. It's okay, right? You can limit it. You can do both. You can still keep this person in your life, just not as much as you used to, right? And you shouldn't feel bad for that either. It's not your fault that you want better. You should not feel guilty that you want to evolve and grow spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. You also want to make room. There must be some clear communication as to what you're willing to accept and what are deal breakers for you. Everybody won't have the same boundaries. Everybody will not have the same deal breakers. But I think it's important that any relationship that you guys encounter, there is a clear expectation of how you should be treated by you teaching that person. Okay, so that is one way that I think that's important. Let me say that. I think that's very important for you guys to teach people how to treat you, right? Start surrounding yourself with those people that are placed in your life to actually help push you further, and that's actually serving you, right? So that's really something to look into. I would say prioritize yourself, right? Prioritize taking care of you. And this does not necessarily mean any one specific person. Even if it's your mother, right? If your mom is not serving you the way that she's supposed to, and I get it. Some people look at, oh, that's my mom. But not everybody has the same personality. Not everybody have the same relationship with their mother. And you have to know that. You have to know where the line is, right? Your mom would be an example for where you're not so much revoking full access, but you could limit it. Like some mothers, trust me, some parents, they forget that you become adults. They forget that you grow. They will always see you as their children, and I get it, that's never going to change. However, you can't have the same expectations of me when I was 9 years old to now 30 something years old. Like it doesn't make sense. I'm an adult now, life changed. I'm doing a lot of different things. For some people, they're just figuring out what they want to do in life. And sometimes it's okay to say, oh, they don't have a say so in that. That's okay. So now what you just did in a situation like that, what you're doing is taking away the access of having an opinion on what I do, right? You're still my mother. We have our relationship over here and we want to keep that there. But what I decide to do with my life, career-wise, or what direction I choose to go, that's mine. I don't want your opinion on that, right? So you take away the access to say, hey, you feel like you can tell me what to do, how to do it, when to do it. That's a cutoff. And that's entirely up to you if you feel like that's necessary. Okay, because too many times other people live their life for somebody else. Spoke about this as well in the past, one of my past videos, where you're not doing things on account of what is fulfilling to you and your purpose and what God wants to do with your life. You're not hearing that because you're so busy hearing what everybody else is saying. But the entire world, sister, brother, the dog, the cat, the fish by your neighbor, you hear everything else and what everybody else wants you to do, that it pulls you in so many different directions rather than really what you want to do. And you find out you live your life for everybody else. You get old and then you start feeling like time is running out, and it's like, what did I do? Right? So that's just one example of, taking away some access from people that don't deserve it, right? That don't deserve it, or it's not necessary for them to have input in that area of your life. And then there are those who are just here to take and bring you down, and you feel stressed about it. And you take a step back and you look at your life and look at the relationships that you have, and you start to analyze and say, hey, what is it this person is doing? Are they pouring into me in any way? Is there any kind of support? Is it support that I can do without? Is it, what is the purpose? Right? And if you can't find the purpose of that relationship, that's a clear sign that it's just not necessary, and it's okay if it's dissolved. And that's when you would make your decision as to, is this a complete revocation, or is this a limited access type of a relationship? And you get to choose what areas of your life. So guys, this was like a little touch up on one of the things that I think is important to your to self therapy. Literally limiting the access that people have to you, right? And sometimes completely revoking it. It is necessary. It is necessary for your emotional growth, your physical health, and your mental health. And you shouldn't feel bad about it, right? So that's it, guys, for this video. I just wanted to give you a quick touch base. I hope that my message was received in a positive way. And if you like the video, guys, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this topic, because I would love to hear it. Please make any suggestions of what you'd like me to talk about. You may be going through something and you'd like to share it. Please drop a comment below and I will talk about it. Right? So with that being said, guys, I am going to love you guys and leave you. Thank you again. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.